What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne, and thank you for joining me in another video. Today, I'm driving a really special vehicle, a car that I've been waiting to review for quite some time. This is a car for the niche market. It is a performance compact SUV. Now, there aren't really a ton of those out on the market, especially ones that come out at about $35,000 MSRP. What I'm talking about is the Hyundai Kona N. The full fat N version, not the N line, the full performance N. And this car provides so many smiles for the price point. It's something that dealers can't even keep on the lots. Usually when they get to the dealerships, they're already sold, right? So this is a car that people might easily sleep on, but once they see it and they drive it, you know what this car is about. So we'll start off the video by talking about the exterior. We've already covered the Kona N line and the basic Kona, so I'm not going to go too much into detail. But starting right out from the front, you'll notice a more aggressive front fascia when compared to the standard N models. What you're also getting is N badging, right? A more aggressive grille, but it just looks meaner, looks more performance oriented, right? You also have red accents throughout the vehicle's exterior as well. Now, underneath the hood, what we're looking at is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder power plant. That's giving you 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque, connected to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. 0 to 60 in this vehicle is just in the low 5s. This thing moves. Now, this is a front-wheel drive vehicle, even though the other Kona models are offered in front and all-wheel drive. The Kona N is just front-wheel drive. Now, it does have an electronic limited slip differential to help put the power down as well. This thing just pulls. This is incredible what Hyundai is doing at this price point. To think that you could have this much fun for 35 grand is just absolutely insane. I remember saying the same thing when I reviewed the Veloster N as well. Oh man. So that exhaust, you can probably hear it a little bit. Snaps, crackles, and pops. Makes this car sound absolutely incredible. Now, coming to the side profile, you'll notice you have 19-inch wheels that are specific to this N model. Only on the Kona N are you getting these 19-inch wheels, shod and Pirelli summer tires. So this is the real deal. You're getting performance tires on this vehicle. Your brake rotors up front are 14.2 inches in diameter, and the rear you're looking at about 12.4 inches in diameter. Now, one thing about the side profile that you'll notice in contrast when compared to the basic Kona is that all panels are body color. So none of that gray plastic body cladding that you get on the standard Kona model. You're getting body color cladding on the side profile here, and it really makes the vehicle look nice, especially when it sets off against those 19-inch wheels. Now, one thing I will say is that the suspension, obviously, in this vehicle is different from the standard model. It's a lot stiffer. And that's going to give you a firmer and more sporty ride when compared to the standard model. And I think it suits it. Not to mention I have this in the full N mode. We'll get to that a little bit later. So it does have a sporty suspension. It makes you feel like you're in a race car. This car really makes you feel alive, and it's giving you tons of performance for just $35,000. I can't get past that. Now, I did mention the engine capability of giving you up to 276 horsepower. If you press the N-Grin shift button on this steering wheel, it'll give you an additional 20 seconds of overboost, if you will. And that's going to give you 10 extra horsepower. So if you want to use that at the right time for passing, which I've done, it really just throws you back in the seat a little bit and just makes you feel so alive while driving this vehicle. Your fuel economy, you're looking at about 20 city and 27 highway. Though the people who are looking at this vehicle are buying it for fun and they really don't care about the fuel economy whatsoever. Now, coming towards the back, you have all LED tail lamps, which makes sense since you have all LED headlamps and daytime running lamps. But in the back, you have a spoiler that sits high, done in gloss black on this vehicle. And then you also have a brake light that's hidden right underneath the spoiler. I think that's super cool. Almost reminds me a little bit of like a Formula One car. I think that's awesome. Now, of course, whether this is a full SUV, that's debatable. This thing kind of reminds me more of a hatch, but Hyundai has classified it as an SUV. So if you open up the hatch, you're going to have decent storage, enough for daily driving capability to meet your needs, right? You can also drop the second row seats if you need to carry something a bit larger. Now, coming lower down the back of the vehicle, you'll notice it's a little bit more aggressive than the standard Kona models. You're getting a diffuser there, but you'll also notice you have two exhaust tips out there that have a nice meaty size to them, and they sound incredible too. So I really like what they've done with this car to bring it to life. I like listening to the exhaust. I hope those cracks and bangs are coming through the microphone here because this car just sounds absolutely incredible. Let me roll down the window. I'm going to take a chance and ruin my audio. But this car just sounds absolutely incredible. That's not even going hard. And the transmission in here, it really suits the car. It's really quick and responsive. So let's talk a little bit about the interior. One more quick pull here. Those brakes are really responsive. I like that. So let's talk about the interior. The interior, of course, is done in black. You will notice the light blue stitching throughout. That's the N division's kind of like accent color. So in all the N vehicles, you'll notice this light blue theme going throughout. At the top of the dash, it's done in black injection molding. So you have thin film transistor displays behind the steering wheel, and then you have a touchscreen display here that gives you tons of information. If you go into N mode, it'll give you various information such as your throttle percentage, oil temperature, engine temperature, all types of cool stuff. You also have a launch control function in this vehicle as well. So that just goes to show you how much fun this vehicle is. Coming lower, you have your air conditioner system, physical knobs to control that, wireless charging, your gear selector is done in black leather with blue accents, and of course you have two cup holders as well. The seats are really sporty, a lot better than what you get in the standard Kona model. Done in blue accents with Alcantara and the N badge in the middle of the seats. I think that looks nice. It really just lets you know what this car is about the second you open up the door. They provide aggressive side bolstering, which is justified given the handling capability of this vehicle and that super stiff suspension. Oh, this thing just sounds incredible. I could drive this car all day. I love what Hyundai is doing with their N models. I think they should honestly just ditch the N line and just keep the basic model, and then these N models. They are so much fun, and you're getting so much for the buck. The steering wheel is done in black leather, features that light blue stitching throughout. You'll notice that you do have some buttons on the steering wheel, done in light blue and in red. So the red button has NGS on it. That stands for N Grin Shift. You push that, that's going to put you into overboost, give you 10 extra horsepower for about 20 seconds. Like I said, great for using it during passing opportunities and stuff like that. Now, the N button kind of takes you to almost like a Sport Plus mode or mode behind that. So the N button adjusts your suspension and your throttle mappings. So it just puts you into the sportiest or raciest mode possible. Really brings this car to life. Now you can also use the other button on the left side of the steering wheel for custom settings. So you can customize those modes if you want. If you want to take advantage of the variable exhaust system but want a softer suspension ride, you can set up a custom setup for yourself there. Just that simple. So this car is flexible. If you want the pops and bangs, you don't always have to have it on the hardest suspension setting. But overall, the steering wheel feels good in my hands. I do like the size of the shift paddles behind the steering wheel. Some of these performance cars provide awesome handling, a good steering wheel, but then they put small paddles behind the steering wheel. I never understood that. But regardless, that is not the case here. Door panels, they could have given you more with the door panels in terms of design, but this car is so much fun, the owner probably really won't care about that. So they're just done in injection molded material, and then everything is just black. They could have used something to break up the black a little bit, but other than that, no major complaints there. Now I will note, seating in the rear, you're not getting any air conditioning or any creature comforts back there like you are up here. Like you have USB ports, air conditioning, heated seats up here. You're not getting any of that back there except for one USB port. So I will say that. But this is truly a driver's car. And if you're looking for something that is fun and practical, something that you can use every day, I think this is a vehicle that checks the boxes. It checks a lot of boxes for a decent price point. So you're getting 276 horsepower, or up to 286 if you press the N shift button. You want to feel like you're in Fast and Furious for a bit. You're getting a dual clutch transmission, electronic limited slip differential, quick shifts with sharp handling. Fuel economy isn't the worst. A suspension that is actually usable, you could actually track this. And daily drivability for 35 grand. Where else? Who else is offering that? So that's my thoughts on the Hyundai Kona N. You guys let me know what you think about this one in the comment section. But this is a car that truly hasn't gotten enough praise. People sleep on Hyundai, and these N models are really something else. Like I said, the dealers cannot keep these on the lot. It's such an incredible car for just 35 grand. All the Hyundai N models are incredible, truly incredible. And just the fact that you can get this for 35 grand, I'm blown away. I don't know what else to say. You guys let me know what you think about this one in the comment section. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.